All right, now I know what you're saying. Tony, how do you afford to do all of this stuff and go all of these places and do all these different crazy things? Well, I'm about to show you guys today. I'm actually an engineer and I'm going to take you to work with me for one day and see what it's like being an engineer. And yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here.
No, Tony versus the world!
Alright, first things first, let's talk about what I actually do. I'm a radio frequency engineer, and what I do is I maintain all this equipment that's in the background that gives your cell phone life. All of this stuff is how you make phone calls and how you get on the internet in any type of environment, in a building, in any tunnel, outside, all of this stuff. This is the backbone of how your cell phone actually works. So my job is to make sure all of this works so you guys are happy and you guys can get on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of that stuff and have fun all day long. So let's take a look at some of the equipment real quick and then we're going to jump on a meeting. Let's go. Okay, so this equipment right here actually takes care of an entire building. So this means that when you come into a building and you go high up, or when you go down in the basement in any type of building, your cell phone is going to work perfectly. Otherwise, if we didn't have this equipment, we would just be relying on the signals from outside, which actually don't penetrate into the building as well. So I'm actually helping you guys all around the world make your cell phone calls, get on the internet, and do all types of stuff that you need to do during the day. All right, boys, so I'm gonna give you a super quick rundown on how all of this equipment works. So put your thinking caps on and follow me. Let's go. Okay, so right here, this is where everything comes from for the company AT&T. So you have AT&T service. This is what it looks like. And this is the equipment that actually processes your phone calls, your data connections, when you go over to Google and Facebook, and when you talk to people on the phone. This is the equipment of what it looks like. Okay, so now we're gonna move on. All right, now this is the same thing for T-Mobile. All of this here is for T-Mobile. Okay, keep that in mind. Let's go. And last but not least, we have Verizon. Same thing. This is where everything comes from when you make a phone call or when you try to get online, you get on Google or YouTube or whatever it is. This is where it comes from. This is where everything gets processed for Verizon. Okay, keep all of that in mind because we're going to piece it together in the next step. Let's go. Okay, so now what does all of that have to do with this stuff right here? Okay, so if you have AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon, their signals aren't strong enough to get inside of this building so that everybody can have service. Their signal is strong enough for everybody outside, but not for the people in the basement, not for the people upstairs, and not for the people on the inside of this building. It doesn't penetrate walls well. So guess what this does? All of this stuff does just takes all of the signals and puts it all the way out to every single room in the building, hospital, any office building, anything like that. This is called a DAS, D-A-S. It's called a distributed antenna system. So what this does is it takes a whole bunch of antennas and spreads them out so everybody gets perfect service. And that's what I do. I put this together, make sure it works, make sure you guys have the perfect service. So let's go take a quick look at one of the antennas. Let's go. All right, this is a perfect example of one of the antennas that would be in the ceiling. You would not notice it in a building or a hospital or anywhere else where a signal can't get into. So this particular thing is emitting all the type of signals from Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, everything that you can think of. This is where it's coming from. So this, the white cable that you see at the very, very top up there, that's connecting all the way back to the system we showed you, and that's how you get your cell phone service in the building. Really, really easy, right? Nope, try again. I spent a lot of years and a lot of time trying to learn this, so This is how I get to afford to do all those crazy trips, and that's what we're going to do next. So let's wrap this one up. And yeah, you know what? You guys aren't doing anything with your finger right now. Use that finger and smash that like button. Okay, and so another part of my job is actually building these systems for different places. So sometimes I might be in a big high-rise office building, or in this case, this particular system is in a hospital. I'm building a brand new system so that everybody, the doctors, the patients, everybody else can have great connectivity on their cell phones all day long. So let's check this one out. All right, so all of these things are things that make your cell phone work behind the scenes. These are things that people usually don't care about, but guess what? Somebody has to. So I'm the one that's doing it for you guys, for all the different carriers, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, all of those big guys. These are the equipment that makes them work. So I need to take care of it so you guys can get on this YouTube and like the video. And of course, who doesn't have to deal with paperwork? This is the boring part. Let's speed through it. Alright, so once I get everything done, once I check everything, make sure it's working properly, I can now go around, do my rounds, and check on everything else outside in the hospital. Obviously, we're not going to show you the hospital, but I'm going to go do that now. So I'm going to go do my rounds, come back, and then we can go home early. Let's do it. Alright, made my rounds around the hospital and everything looks good. Checked out all the antennas. Everybody's got great service. Everybody's on Facebook, Instagram, doing their thing, taking care of the sick people in the hospital. So my job is done, guys. It's time for me to go. So yeah, let's wrap this up and get out of here. Whoa. All right, boys, that's going to wrap this one up for Tony versus the World. I just wanted to show you guys a quick day in my life, what I do behind the scenes, so everybody can get on YouTube and hit the like button, hit the dislike button, do whatever you want to do, because hey, I'll be back. I'll be going on another trip soon. Not going to say any more than that, but yeah, let's go and get out of here because I want to go home. Let's go.